Hi, I'm Derek Williams, and this week I'll be presenting on an executive level BPM group and hope to answer the questions of to what extent does Pinnacle West perform BPM group activities, and in what ways does Pinnacle West lack BPM group activities. What is an executive level BPM group? An executive level BPM group is responsible for the creation and maintenance of enterprise business process architecture. They identify, prioritize, and scope business process change projects and manage process change resources, create, maintain, and manage the process performance system, create and support the process manager system, recruit, train, and manage business process change professionals, and manage risk and compliance reporting and documentation maintenance. Who is Pinnacle West? Pinnacle West is an energy service provider based in Phoenix, Arizona. They've been operating in business for over 120 years. They own APS and the Palo Verde nuclear power plant, and they serve more than 1 million customers across the Southwest United States. In an executive level BPM group, the first role described in Paul Harmon's book is to create and maintain the enterprise process architecture through the assembly of process information into a consistent BP architecture, the maintenance of up-to-date business process architecture, and working with a strategy group to estimate implications of proposed changes. Pinnacle West performed these activities in 2004. They had begun modeling changes that were made and maintained them in a repository. However, there was no lack of a complete repository of process models, and furthermore, not all processes were kept up to date. The next role is to identify, prioritize, and scope process change projects and manage process change resources. This is done through gathering information on processes that need to be changed, scoping and prioritizing possible process change projects, and assign teams to process change projects. 2001, Pinnacle had identified 36 separate processes in 4 categories, and process changes were assigned process owners for each milestone. The third role is to help create, maintain, and manage the process performance system through the collection of daily and monthly data and process performance, gather information on enterprise process maturity, report on corporate process performance, and report on enterprise business process maturity audits. In the case, Pinnacle West had described key indicators that they had used to measure their processes and the performance. However, there was no other information that was provided on corporate process performance and no reports provided on enterprise business process maturity audits. The next role is to help create and support the process manager system. This is done through managers managing business process scorecards and evaluations, and creating business process manager job descriptions. The Pinnacle West had created a Center of Process Excellence prior to 2009, but by 2009 it had included 8 individuals with a variety of backgrounds. They had trained in the basics of facilitation, process discovery, modeling, and problem resolution. There was no mention, though, of maintaining business process manager job descriptions. Next is to recruit, train, and manage business process professionals. This is done through hiring and managing business process professionals and managing business process change projects and acquiring business process management tools. Pinnacle West had procured an enterprise level modeling tool in 2004. 2009, Pinnacle had created a process facilitator certification program with a focus on lean principles. They'd also listed outside help through EPRI Solutions as domain experts and utilized CPE members as process facilitators. Lastly, an executive level BPM group is to manage risk and compliance reporting and documentation maintenance. This is done through external demands for process documentation, preparing reports for compliance measures, and updating the documentation. The case made no mention of maintaining any of these processes or creating these processes, so because it is a highly regulated industry, we can only assume that they had those processes in place. In conclusion, we can see that Pinnacle West excelled in 4 of the key group activities. Improvements could have been made in creating business process architecture and managing risk and compliance reporting and documentation maintenance. Discussion questions I proposed to you this week: in what ways would you suggest Pinnacle assemble their process architecture? And what processes would you implement for risk and compliance reporting? I thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to the discussion this week.